Hi Cubbies. I hope you all are doing well and enjoying this cool weather outside. I have a super special story for you tonight, and it's one of my favorite verses too. We're on Bear Hug 11, and we're starting a new core truth, and it's called Jesus is the Good Shepherd. Say that with me. Jesus is the Good Shepherd. Can you see my first picture? This is a picture of a shepherd and his sheep. And do you know when Jesus lived on the earth, the people didn't know that he was God's son and that he loved them very much. So to help them understand, he told them he was like the good shepherd. A shepherd would get up early each day and go to the sheep pen, and he would call each of the sheep by name that belonged to him. And when he called their name, they came to him and they followed him. They listened because he was their shepherd. Now, maybe if I called your name, you would listen too, right? Let's try this. If I call your name, just wave. Xander, AJ, Gigi, Judah, Joanna, Reem, Aylin, William, Finley, Abby, Jude, Lawson, Lydia, Layla, Danny, YK, Ryle, Kiki, Logan, Hardy Drake. I hope you waved at me when you heard your name. So just like that, when the Good Shepherd called the name of the sheep, they would come and follow him. Now the shepherd would lead the sheep to a beautiful green pasture. Why? So they could eat, right? They could eat grass and they could rest. This little guy's resting, and they could play. The shepherd watched over them to make sure there was nothing that would hurt the sheep. The shepherd also led the sheep to good, cool, clean water. See, when they would be tired of playing hard or eating too much grass, he would lead them to good, clean water so that even the smallest lamb had enough to drink. Do you see? Holding that baby lamb up with some water. After a long day in the pasture, I skipped a card, Cubbies. I do this in class accidentally sometimes too, don't I? After a long day in the pasture, see it's getting dark outside, the shepherd would then take them back into their little pen. So he would count them as they went back in and make sure that no sheep was missing. He would count 1, let's count to 10. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. He was a good shepherd. He wanted to make sure they were all there. Do you know Jesus said he's the good shepherd because he's God's son and he was calling us his sheep. Now, we're not really sheep, are we? We don't have white woolly coats or hard hooves like the sheep do, 4 little hooves, but we are like sheep in that we follow Jesus, and he loves us and he cares for us and he takes care of us. Let me tell you our verse for this week. John 10:27. It says, "My sheep listen to my voice. I know them and they follow me. My sheep listen to my voice. I know them and they follow me." John 10:27. John 10:27. John 10:27. My sheep listen to my voice. That's our verse for this week. And Jesus is the good shepherd. He wants us to be his sheep. But in order for us to be a sheep, we must belong to him. If you believe that Jesus is God's son, then you're a follower of him. And do you know how we follow Jesus? We read the Bible, we read his word, and we try to obey his commands. All right, Cubbies. My sheep listen to my voice. I know them, and they follow me. That's Bear Hug 11, and we're learning about Jesus is the Good Shepherd. I love you so much. See you soon.